Hello counselors, this is the short video on the changes and highlights of this year's course selection guide for the art and science departments. The good news is in art we've made no major changes to the courses at this time. However, we do want to point out now that the state has gone to SAT, there is a strong correlation between students' achievement on the SAT with study in the arts and music. So if you look at the graph there from 2011 to 2015, students who take 4 years of arts tend to score 10 to 12% higher than students who do not. And we feel this is really important that with the SAT now as the state assessment, to really push our students to get some art credits and as a way to help promote the department. We're particularly looking for students who are interested in engineering and the like to take Intro to Art and Drawing and Painting to learn some of the basic skills that they'll need beyond the science to be successful in these courses. At this time, we'd also like to put a plug in for students interested in engineering to take CAD classes in Frank's department. So look for opportunities, please, to help recommend some of these courses that maybe students hadn't traditionally thought of, but that may be really beneficial for them as they prepare and develop to take the SAT as juniors. A couple past issues brought up by the art department this week in Resource Hour is when students are placed only into the semester 2 of year-long courses. So the most common ones are ceramics, drawing and painting, graphic design, and intro to art. And occasionally students placed into digital photography 2 without having previously taken digital photography 1. There are essential skills in the first semester of all of these courses, so we really need these students to get that prerequisite knowledge prior to this. One thing that we are all aware of and welcome in art is the placement of our students with IEPs and special needs. However, there are some criteria that counselors and teachers should be aware of when placing students with special needs into art. Those students should be able to do the tasks listed on this sheet, particularly the focusing on a task for at least 10 minutes, tolerating minor distractions, and following multi-step directions. If students are able to do those 3 things out of this list, then they can be placed in art. If they can do all of these, we are pretty confident that they will be successful in the art curriculum. A couple of things to know regarding the art department. At this time, the district is really focusing on increasing the number of non-traditional and underrepresented students in our AP program. And we are making a focus on recruiting some of the non-traditional students to the honors and AP programs. So we will be looking to identify students who are talented in art who may not be honors students in other areas to push up towards honors studio art and to AP studio art to help not only boost district numbers, but to get students some fine arts credit that they can clap out of then in college if they need to focus on other things in their major, or because they're super talented at art and simply want to go major in it and would like to get these early prerequisites out of the way. Similarly, in the world of dual credit, Moraine Valley has asked that we align our dual credit from graphic design to digital photography. The concern right now is that we know students may be choosing graphic design based on the dual credit opportunity. So we're working on the implementation of this and having a gap year where perhaps we'll have dual credit offered in both graphic design and digital photography, but we are still in talks with Moraine Valley about how we're going to do this best. So just be aware that the graphic design may be changing from dual credit to the digital photography courses. In the world of science, there are some pretty significant changes to the courses, but they're more cosmetic changes than anything else. The pre-existing Earth Science class has just been renamed to Earth and Space Science, We really wanted to draw attention to the astronomy that's present in the class. Essentially, the whole first semester is astronomy. So we wanted the students to be aware of that. And also it aligns better with how our standards are labeled as well, as we have to fulfill how we're covering all of our standards to the board and to the state. We are returning anatomy and physiology from independent semesters to being a full year course. Similar to the concerns in the art department, students that were placed in the second semester of anatomy were missing crucial prerequisite knowledge developed in first semester, and it's felt that it's best to have it linked as a full year course. Honors Anatomy and Physiology is going to become a full year course. Honors Microgenetics is going goodbye. We are going to keep this course with a focus on healthcare, with the hope that down the road we will be aligning this with the Moraine Valley Medical Terminology course and have a dual credit offering in science here. 2 changes to the prerequisites for AP Biology. In the last couple of years at Richards in particular, there's been experimentation with having sophomores taking AP Biology co-enrolled with Honors Chemistry, and it's been very successful. So we've changed that in the course guide that now AP Biology is available to sophomores by teacher invitation and Honors Biology teacher recommendation. They must be co-enrolled in Honors Chemistry, so to do this as a sophomore, they must be dual enrolled in science as sophomores in AP Biology and Honors Chemistry. We also removed a phrase that was nebulous from the AP Biology prerequisites, which was either co-enrolled in physics or promised to take physics. We no longer require that, so AP Biology is dependent solely on the completion of Honors Biology and co-enrollment in Honors Chemistry or completion in Honors Chemistry. A few things to keep in mind with science as we continue to clean up our course selection guide. We felt that we've made some streamlining this year. However, some of our prerequisites still include the phrase or teacher recommendation. Please honor the recommendations that you're seeing from the teachers in Skyward. We've asked the teachers to be a little more liberal in trying to identify students that we can bump up to our AP and honors tracks. And oftentimes we want them to have that push so students are getting the best instruction, the best curriculum available to them, and access to the courses that they're interested in. So in certain cases where the students may not have had science as a freshman, we may be relying on the teacher recommendation piece to provide access because they may not have had the option of a third year of traditional science before they want to take a senior level elective. 2 physics notes. In the physics course description, it strongly encourages students to be in Algebra 2. The success in physics really hinges on their ability to be successful in algebra. So students taking physics or higher, so any of the AP courses, should be enrolled in Algebra 2 or higher to take the physics course. We don't want to have situations where students are ill-prepared for the mathematics of physics, so we're looking to really focus on that piece for the coming school year. Outside of transfer students, please do not place students into AP Physics 2 without completion of AP Physics 1. Again, it's a continuation curriculum where there's a lot of key knowledge developed in the first year that is necessary for success in the second year. And the last piece is regarding the very convoluted prerequisites on forensic science. For students who have had the opportunity to take science as freshmen, they should still be completed biology and chemistry and co-enrolled in physics. However, we do recognize that we do have students who do not have the option to take science as a freshman, have completed biology and chemistry successfully and would like to take forensic science, and we would like to allow those students to take forensic science without co-enrolling in physics. This is a prerequisite that we want to clean up for next year, but at the current time we didn't have the time to do it well and to do it right and align it with our other courses. with the speed of this transition at the start of the year. So please be a little lenient on allowing students who were unable to take science as freshmen to get into forensic science without that physics requirement. If there are any questions, please feel free to send an email to myself or to have your counseling facilitator contact me. We're hoping to do the best we can with all the students and to do this as smoothly as possible for the coming school year. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.